morning. This morning I had the inspiration to come over to one of my favorite places that I've spent so much time. But this last few years I haven't come over here as often because they don't really have like a seated area anymore. But when my daughter was in high school, which is quite a few years ago, I used to drop her off at high school, and then I would come over to this lake and watch the sunrise. And it's just such a beautiful place to be that's so rich in beauty. And this morning I just felt drawn to come over here, and it has just been exactly what I needed. It's been probably about a week and a half or so since I've biked over here, and I could see how much the lily pads had grown up, and they're just almost like they're covering like a fourth of the lake. But this morning it's so beautiful with the sunrise, and it's gleaming over the lake, and the beautiful lily flowers, and I'll be sharing some of those too because it's so beautiful. But then to hear and see the little juvenile green herons. Oh, they're so cute. Green herons have been showing up in my life probably over the last 10 years. No, longer actually. It's been like the last 12. And the last place that we lived, there was this stick that kind of jutted out of a pond. Oh, that one just went right behind me. But there was a pond that was right across the street from where we had lived, and there was a kind of a prominent stick that was sticking out of the water, and every spring, well, I guess it was more like summer, let's just say, you would hear that kind of chirp, and I got to know that chirp and realized that that was a green heron. And it would just sit there like all day, and then it would kind of disappear for a little bit, then it would come back. So it was just a really sweet thing. And then when we moved into our current place, which we've lived 11 years, it also, I started to hear that chirp. And I was like, the first time I remember when we had moved into our new place, or our current place, I remember hearing that chirp and thinking like, that sound is so familiar. What kind of bird? And then I saw it and I was like, oh, it's the green heron. And so we've had green herons in the pond. Oh, that was a turtle. There's dragonflies everywhere. Dragonflies and lily pads and green herons. And I think I heard a great blue heron at some point. I think it's, oh, I can see it now. It's down the shore a little bit, but it's just so beautiful. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Oh my goodness. It's so beautiful. But I just had to share this because it's so magical and so special. And I'm not quite fully awake yet. So waking up and trying to talk and all that, but I wanted to share this beauty with all of you. Sending so much love your way. Mwah. And one more thing I was going to say before I am going to get going, because it is so ridiculously warm this morning. It's like over 80 degrees and very humid here in Minnesota. So, and it's only like 8 something in the morning. But it's just to, if you're feeling stuck, like in any area of your life, if you're just feeling kind of like things are just not working, or just feeling any sort of emotion, let's just say, getting outside in nature and just being, and just, it's like I instantaneously start to feel better. And there's reasons for that. And I won't get into all that, but it's just that when you feel that way, it can be so simple just to turn things around by getting outside. It just really awakens us, and it expands us in our energy, in our feeling, in our beingness in a way that it's difficult to put into words, but it's just, it's kind of like waking up, and remembering the beauty not only that surrounds you, but just that, the passion that you have in your life and the excitement you have in your life that you sometimes can forget when you pay maybe too much attention to the outside world of things that don't feel good, or maybe there's things in your body or that don't feel good, or in your life, in certain areas of your life that don't feel good. But to get out into nature, it just kind of resets and gets you back on track, even if it's just like one step and one step and one step. Because really, all life is a series of steps, and it's just a matter of when you're not living in a way that feels like you're living from your heart, it's just remembering that your truest nature is love. Your truest nature is the things that flow from your heart, and getting back into that space, however you can, one step at a time, is a really powerful way to live, because it just returns you to your truest nature. So I just wanted to share that, because there's been so many things I feel like that have been kind of so all over the place, but the thing that has held me the most and reminded me the most of my light and my love inside is nature. So maybe just thinking of, let yourself be led. Like this morning, this just kept popping up into my mind, and remembering the good feelings of sitting on the bench when there was a bench. I'm going to set an intention that they'll put a bench here, because it's just such a nice place to come and watch the sunrise and be in nature, and just let the morning kind of awaken me to myself in the day, in the week. But just thinking, when you feel rushed or when you feel life is too busy, it's just thinking, what's the most important thing is my alignment, getting in tune with my inner being. And then I hear you. But then, thinking it's just a matter of when you get in alignment, then you're living from that place, where you're up there on your ray of sunshine, more connected to the sun, even if it's just part way up, but thinking if you move just a little ways up, then it's still moving in the direction of your truest self. And this morning I'm so glad that I got out here. It's just, I was kind of laying in bed and not feeling bad or anything, just kind of, not feeling like I had a clear direction yet of the day. But this kept popping in, and I just thought, I love my morning on the patio so, so very much. But this was just calling my heart today, so I followed it, and I'm so glad that I did. And it was just one step, and it didn't take much to get me here either. So just maybe thinking of maybe that one thing that's calling you right now, that will just be like the thing that starts the ball rolling in the direction of feeling better, or feeling more inspired, or feeling more aligned with the truth of who you are. And just kind of the more that you do that, it's all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's right, I forgot that I wanted to do this, and that feels exciting now. And oh, I forgot that I wanted to do this, and now this feels exciting, and it feels inspiring. And it's like, even the quote unquote mundane things can just feel so good. But when there's resistance to it, that's part of the problem. When there's resistance, it just feels kind of like, resistance. It doesn't feel good, and it doesn't bode well to anything other than just helping to get clarity. When you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. So But yeah, just one thing. What's the one thing that's kind of calling you? And just let that be the drop that spreads out the ripples.